Congratulations, you are on the last piece of your book, number 56. And this one actually, after doing the last one, number 55, this one's going to seem a lot easier for you. We have some different chords that you're used to, except for this B chord. And I'm going to show you how to do that a couple of different ways. And I'm going to give you a bonus way of playing the A chord, and you're going to like it because it'll help you on your B chord. But let's look at the notes first, the single notes. Again, you can play with your pick, you can do piccato, or you can use your pugar, your thumb. And this one just carries through. What I like to do is check the tab. I like to check the tab because it tells me right away which strings I'm going to be using on my guitar. And again, this one is only using the bottom 3 strings, so that's why I'm going to use pugar all the way, my thumb. You can choose whatever style you want. This one again uses quarter notes, half notes, and whole notes. There is a tie here between beat 4 into 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one's going to be held for 5 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going to attack the note on beat 4, but you're going to let it ring through 1, 2, 3, 4, the next measure. And then I put the tie here for you too. And then you got your notes here, a lot of quarter notes. This tie here, it looks like, wait, where's it going? Well, that's what they do when they have a tie at the end of a line. They start the tie, and it's kind of like it dips down, and then you'll see it here where it comes back up. So this note here is tied over to this one. Then you got your quarter notes again, and then another tie between your quarter note on beat 4 and the whole note. All right, so let's go ahead and look at patterns. Notice here you have 0, 0, 3, 0, 3, 0, 3. A lot of 0, 3s going through. So you're only playing open and 3rd fret all the way until here. Then 2, 0, 0, 2, 0, 0, 2, 0, 2. So from here to the end, you're just playing 2nd fret or open. So there is kind of a pattern of fingering here too. So that's nice. It is in 4/4 time, even though it doesn't say it, but it's carrying over from the last song because of my music writing program, and it is in 4/4. So let's give it a try. Ready? So let's get your 3rd finger ready to go on these different frets here. Ready? 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, ready. 2nd finger. Now let's take a look at the chords on this song. And these chords are very familiar with you because you learned the E, the A, and the D chord way back in Unit 3. So this should be pretty easy for you. However, I'm going to teach you a different way to play A because it's easier to transition to your new chord here, which is a B chord. All right, so let's take a look. You have your E chord, and it's just a regular 1, 2, 3 E chord like you've been playing. Now normally with the A, you're either going fingers 1, 2, 3 in a row like this, or maybe you're playing like this. I'm going to have you go 1, 2, 3, put it like this in a row, but take a look over here. Instead of 1, 2, 3, we're going to do 2, 3, 4. So take your 1st finger, put your 2nd where your 1st is, 3rd where your 2nd is, drop that pinky down now on the 2nd string, 2nd fret, and it's an A chord, just like what you had with this, or what you had with this, right? But now we're going to go 2, 3, 4, 1st finger is not used. So now let's look at that transition. E chord, okay? See the shape my hand is in. 2 and 3 are in a row already. Pinky is right there. Lift up your 1st finger, slide these 2 down, 1 string, drop the pinky on that 2nd string, 2nd fret. There's your A chord. Now, pick your pinky up, slide these up to the ceiling, 1 string each, drop the 1st finger back down. There's your E chord. Practice that a couple of times so you get good at that. Back and forth. All right, so now let's go through. You're going to play your E chord for 1, 2, 3, 4 measures. 4 measures of 4 counts, so 16 beats or 16 counts total. Then you're going to switch to the A chord for 1, 2 measures. Then back to the E chord for 1, 2 measures. Then to the B chord for 1 measure, A chord for 1 measure, E chord for 2 measures, and finish it out. All right? So let's go through. You have your E chord, your A, use the new A chord, back to the E. Now we're going to go to the B chord. And the B chord, if you notice, these 3 notes or fingers on the same strings, 2, 3, 4. The only difference is they're on frets number 4 instead of number 2 like we have in the A chord. So you're on your E chord, lift your first finger up, slide 2 and 3 down, add the pinky. Now just slide down the neck, just like this, to the 4th fret. Now there's 2 ways you can do the B chord. One is what I call a short B chord.
Put first finger on the first string, 2nd fret.
And just play 4 strings. And you got to make sure that you're really squeezing these because this is quite a distance between that fret and your finger. All right? Or you can lay your first finger just like what we did with our F minor chord, remember? You're going to now lay it on the 2nd fret and only use 5 strings. And you're going to keep 2, 3, 4 just where they're at. Notice on my first finger, it's really curved right here, and I'm only concentrating on pressing down on the 1st string and on the 5th string. And the reason is because I don't really care about these 3 because 2 and 3 and 4 are taking care of those strings. So I'm pressing down on the tip of my first finger and I'm pressing down on this high E string. And that'll create a nice B chord. And it sounds like this. And it adds that nice low B in the bass. Because this is your A string and this right here is a B. Okay? So you have 2 different choices. You can do it this way or this way. Once you get done, notice I'm still in the same shape on the same strings. I'm going to slide back up, lift my first finger up for the A, and then bring it back to the E chord. Okay? So what you might want to do is practice E to B back and forth a little bit. Get kind of used to that. So I have my E chord, slide 2 fingers down, add the pinky, slide to the 4th fret, add the first finger. Now I can go back to the A chord if I want. And the reason I'm doing that is because it's next in the song. Or if you want to go E, A to the B, right? It's like I made an A chord and I slid down to the B. And then if you'd like, you can go back to the E chord. Give yourself that challenge too. But the reason why I'm having you go to the A chord, then slide down, is because it helps to make that transfer from and get the same fingering. Eventually, you'll just be able to go boom, and you'll just slide right down and attack it. For me, I like to make the shape and then slide. And that's just me, but eventually as I get faster, I'll just be able to slam it down. Okay? So let's play together on this song. Ready? We're going to go slow. And I'm just going to go 1 strum per measure right now. 2, 3, 4, and so on. Because that'll give me a lot of time to make my transition to my next chords. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. E chord. 2, 3, 2. 3 measures. 4 measures. Now ready for the A chord. Use 2, 3, 4 fingering. Now the E. 3, 4. Now work on it, slide it, go. Good. Slide. And then back to the E. There it is. All right, now if that was too fast, especially getting to that B chord, go ahead and take your time and move slower. Or what you could do is, since you have two measures of E right here, 1, 2, you can just strum it on the first measure on beat 1 and just use 8 counts to make your B chord. All right, and then back and back and back. Okay, so you can do quarter notes or half notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then when you get to the A chord, right, back to the E. And eventually, 3, and so on, once you start to really get good at those switches. All right, these are two challenging pieces, especially with that F minor, and now with this B chord. For me, it's a little tricky with 2, 3, 4. My pinky is still learning, right? Because I'm used to fingers 1, 2, 3. But that pinky is still learning how to do it. And the stretch. Don't forget you have an empty fret between your first finger and 2, 3, 4. Don't play it like this. Get that empty fret and stretch between the first two fingers. That's a little tricky. All right? So keep working hard. Congratulations. You make it to the end of the book. And there's a few more units to go. So finish out this unit, do the assignments, do the flat music, do the performance part of it, and have a good time with this. And I'll see you in the next ones.